Hey guys, Marsing here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And so, with the upcoming next celebration for Global being the androids, or at least, I mean, it's 99% confirmed at this point, right? We had the I Seriously tweet, which pretty much in the past has confirmed the release of the next unit. We had one for Super Vegeta, we had one for Gogeta, so, you know, basically, we are operating under the understanding that the androids are coming next. Now, I did a video talking about this, and in that video I did say that I do think that based on the dates and everything, that this banner should come out on the 1st of February, because the Super Vegeta banner and the New Year Step Up banner run until the 31st of January. And for me, over here, banners very often release on a Tuesday morning, which is what the 1st would be. Although I guess if you're in the US, it will technically still be the 31st, but it'll be at like 10:30 PST, right? Because basically that's when the other banners go away, and they don't normally like to have there be no like big main banners up. And if a Dokkan Fest and the New Year Step Ups are going away, then that one probably is as well. In fact, I haven't double checked in the game the Janemba banner, but the Janemba banner possibly goes away then as well. So I'm expecting to see the banner release either on the evening of the 31st or the morning of the 1st, depending on where you are in the world and your time zone. So, there's a couple of things that you can do to prepare for the celebration, which is what I wanted to talk about. Obviously, in terms of the new releasing units, there's not anything you can do. They awaken from medals from the new Dokkan Fest for the tech android, so you can't pre-farm any medals or anything like that. And obviously, you can't like pre-link level units that you haven't pulled. But as we move into the secondary part of the celebration, you can see here the 30th of November, so it was like a week later, so you do have some extra time for this, but they released the legendary campaign for the LR androids. There's nothing really too special. Like, we might keep all this stuff in where they just added in a bunch of the returning Dokkan Fests, because obviously you need to play a bunch of them to get the medals, so actually they definitely will do that. But they just added a couple of missions to, once you've done the Extreme Z area, to fully Extreme Z awaken them. You also get 5 Kais as a mission for leveling them up to SA25. So obviously we always meme about the Dokkaning responsibly or whatever, but when it comes to this LR, if you're somebody out there that's farmed up a second copy at SA5 and they got them all the way to LR, then I tip my hat to you for that level of patience, because the sheer amount of events and medals and stuff you have to do to get the androids up to LR, I'm definitely not doing that. But for anybody else out there, you don't really need to worry about it. As long as you have 5 Kais, you use 5 Kais on them, and then you get 5 Kais back as a reward. Now, obviously, if you find another way around it like that, or you could try and use dozing Kais, I guess, and hope RNG is in your favor, then obviously you can end up with more Kais than you started with. But I think for most people, it's a lot less hassle to just go ahead and use Kais on these guys. But the important thing to note is not only are these guys getting their Extreme Z awakening, but we're also getting the 17 and the Hellfire 17 EZAs. So these 3 units are all units that you should start link leveling now, because obviously you have probably, if this follows the same structure as JP, if the androids are dropping in a week, this is potentially dropping the week after. So that gives you 2 weeks from now. I did a video recently. I know Truth has done a newer one with some new information that's been discovered. There's a lot of information out there now about link leveling. If you're someone who's not really done a lot in the past, maybe you were waiting for version Z for the auto mode to come out before you really started doing it. But yeah, if you haven't really been doing much of that in the past, now is a good time to start with auto being in the game. And the LR androids are definitely a good place to start, because they're not on a huge amount of teams. But they're a very, very good extreme support unit. They give extreme class allies 4 key and 50% defense, and then if they're fighting against a super class enemy, they not only debuff the enemy's defense, they get extra attack and launch an additional attack that has a medium chance to become a super, and they raise attack and defense on their 12 key, which would be their additional super attack. So obviously this can be very, very good. They also greatly raise on their 18 key, and they lower attack and defense on both of their supers as well. So for Super Battle Road, these guys will be really good. When the androids come out, I think that's when the Joined Forces stage gets released. So obviously these guys would be a really, really good support if you want to run a more extreme-based version of that team. So these guys definitely worth getting link leveled. And then you obviously have the 2 androids that are EZAing as well. Now these guys, if we look at their medals, they are sub-EZAs from the Hellfighter 17 Easy A. So that means you can go ahead and get those medals actually right now. I'm just going to check in game whether that event is up, because I know a lot of the Extreme Z battles are up at the moment. But if they're not up, I've talked about this in the past, where Extreme Z battles that aren't available, if you go into the Portal of Memories, you can replay them with keys. And the Easy A's are the only ones that use those particular keys. I think they are literally just called like Extreme Z Awakened keys. So any Easy A's that aren't currently up, you can use keys on. The Super 17 one is up at the moment, so it does mean you'd have to use stamina. But at the end of the day, like, you'd have to use stamina if it re-released when these Easy A's came out anyway. So what you can do is you can go ahead and go into the Super 17 Extreme Z battle now, pre-farm all of the medals. You can see here on the wiki, it tells you how many you need. It's always, I think it's always 12 of the bronze ones, 20 of the silver, and then 12 gold, 12 rainbow. So you have to replay the stages using stamina, and obviously you have to do the same again for the Int Hellfighter 17. But you can go ahead and do that now. So as soon as the day comes when those Easy A's drop, you can actually literally just go in and Extreme Z awaken those units straight away. And they're definitely worth link leveling as well. Let's just close this one. So the AGL 17, if you have pulled him, for some reason they never differentiated him as like a GT 17. So because there is a farmable Android 17, you can farm his super attack if you don't have him up at super attack 10. And post Easy A, he raises attack and defense on his super attack, so obviously he can be pretty solid, especially if he double supers. He gets attack and defense 120 start a turn, an extra attack 120 when performing a super, so he can actually hit reasonably hard. He also gives all allies key +2 and attack and defense 25%. So just like the LR androids, he fits quite nicely as a support unit, because notice that he is on corroded body and mind, so nice buff for that team, because he's a very, very good support unit. He also gets an additional defense 170 when your team has an ally whose name includes number 17 attacking in the same turn. So if we go ahead and look at the Hellfighter 17, so he also raises attack and defense for one turn. He has a medium chance to stun. He has attack and defense 120, defense 120 when performing a super attack. All allies key +2, attack and defense 25%. Additional attack 170 when your team has an ally whose name includes 17 attacking in the same turn. So you can see they're kind of like the counter opposite of each other. This guy has the defense when the other 17 is in the same turn. So, like, these two together, you can put this guy in slot 1, this guy in slot 2. They're getting their full passive, as well as the fact that they're buffing each other. Now, this guy's not on corroded body and mind, sadly, so he is a bit more limited. But these two units, I definitely think if you have them, get those medals pre-farmed, start link leveling them, and they are going to be really, really good as well. And then looking at what else comes in. So we have the Easy A for Physical Future Gohan. I'll do a proper team building guide for this, but this is androids. So again, you want to start leveling and link leveling up these android units to make this a little bit easier for yourself. And then the other thing JP did was they had the start of the fusions stuff tied in with this event as well. So we got the awakenings for these units, we got Easy A's for these guys down here, and then later on we got awakenings for other fusions units. Now unfortunately, I just checked in the Portal of Memories. I don't think this event has returned before, so you can't pre-farm these medals for the awakenings for these guys. Obviously Global, we never got this Tiencha because he was a login bonus, so he becomes a farmable card, so obviously he's a new card for Global. I would say there's no point link leveling these guys now because they awaken, so then you'd have to do the extra link again anyway. You can't pre-farm these medals, but remember that this Easy A is coming up for these guys. When this stage does drop, these are all the units that use these medals. And this is the event itself. I looked it up. It's from the second stage. And yeah, you can start farming. They didn't differentiate on here. Usually they put like a JP symbol if the stage is only available, because pretty sure this second stage is just not available when the event was first on Global. So once this returns, that will obviously all be available. And then of course I will do the team building guide, but the Extreme Z battle for the fusions is going to come out as well. And the weakness for that is crossover. So obviously if you're somebody who summoned on heroes at the end of last year, you're going to be able to make a very, very strong team for this. So basically in terms of what you can do now, you can't do a lot really to prepare for the actual new Dokkan Fest units, but I would say definitely start link leveling these three, or at least the LR androids for sure. If you have someone who hasn't finished the LR androids grind yet, definitely make sure you go ahead and do that. Start getting these guys link leveled. and you will be all ready to go for everything that is coming up. So let me know what you guys think down below. Do you have these guys done already? Are you hyped? Are you going to be summoning on the androids? Are you disappointed that Trunks wasn't next? Let me know all of your thoughts down below. Obviously, for the actual Extreme Z battles and stuff, I'll do proper team building guides for that, as I always do. So let me know what you guys are most looking forward to down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.